Hello and welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan, where tonight the Binghamton Bearcats travel to Crisler Arena to take on the number 6 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines. Good evening, live from Ann Arbor. I'm Cleo Washington, joined by Shai Dweck for the first half tonight here in Ann Arbor. And Michigan coming off a truly dominant start to their season, to say the least. Their shortest margin of victory is 29 points, including coming off a 94-53, yes, a 41-point margin victory against Notre Dame. I'm sure many of our listeners remember Notre Dame was the team that knocked these Wolverines out of the NCAA tournament a year ago. Revenge tastes sweet. And as I bring in my partner now, Shai, what are some of the main reasons why Michigan has gone off to this dominant start, in your opinion?
Yeah, you mentioned it, and this is a Notre Dame team that was ranked number 24 in the country that beat them last year in the second round of the NCAA tournament. And you mentioned it, revenge was sweet, and they dominated at almost every turn in this game. Yes, Notre Dame made their runs, but when Michigan needed to respond and put their foot on the gas pedal, they did. And they were able to do so and earn their largest margin of victory over any ranked team in program history for two reasons. One, they had a huge advantage on the glass, Cleo, 50-28 in terms of rebounding, with Brooke Quails-Daniels, a 5'7" guard, pulling down 6 of them. That type of tenacity from all your positions is going to be a key game to success, particularly as they look to play UConn in their next game, which is ranked number 1 in the country. The second reason is transition points. These Michigan guards are tenacious, they get steals, and they turn defense into easy offense and good shot opportunities, Cleo.
Absolutely. You mentioned the dominant start. Introducing the lineup now. So far, Mila Holloway has introduced, as well as Kendall Dudley. When you talk about this dominant start for Michigan, in fact, it's the largest or the highest they've been ranked since 2022, of course, when they meet the Elite Eight. And all of the goals of this Michigan team are ahead of them. They have a game tonight against the Binghamton Bearcats, 2-1 out of the America East. And you mentioned before, going to UConn to face the defending national champions, the number 1 team in the nation, on Friday night. Let's see how they play tonight.
Yeah, and when I look to that game, and I look at how Coach Kim Barnes-Arico has coached this team, they're going to need to continue not only to get contributions from these 3 stellar sophomore guards, and I'm, of course, talking about Mila Holloway, Silas Swords, and Olivia Olson, who are all averaging in double figures, all passing at a high level and defending at a high level, but also other players like Ashley Sofatanik, the forward, who's now averaging also in double figures. And another player that really stood out to me was Tayala DeFoss. She's also looking for a breakout campaign in her sophomore year. Another very good defender, someone who's developing that shot from the outside as well. So what is going to be the difference between beating those top-ranked teams like UConn is, can the depth of this Michigan team shine through when it matters most?
Absolutely. We did get to see some of that depth in Detroit the other day. Dudley will get the start tonight along with Solfakanik, and you mentioned the talented trio of Swords, Olson, and Holloway. They will round out the starting 5. And now we're getting ready to start here in Ann Arbor, starting 5 for Michigan. As we look at the starting 5 now for Binghamton, we have, the guard Kaya Good is on the court right now, as well as Kendall Bennett, as well as rounding out the starting lineup, Leah Middleton. And looks like Ashley Red as well is going to start. Bella Pucci, and rounding out the starting 5. Can't quite identify who that is, but now we're at the tip-off. And Olson gets the tip-off for Michigan. Quick offense now working here. Dudley working with the dribble. Finds Olson, top of the key. Works it back to Holloway. Goes inside now, Solfakanik. But the left-hand lay doesn't fall. Fighting for the rebound, though, is Dudley. Second chance opportunity, kicks it back out. Swords. Now from the corner, pulling up to shoot, Holloway in and out. Third chance now for the Wolverines. Dudley able to get the lay-in from the left side.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about, Cleo. Dudley fighting inside, and if she wants to maintain this starting lineup, she's going to have to continue to do that and make a big impact for this Wolverines team.
A little 3-on-3 action right here of Good to Holloway. Good kicks it out. Middleton's dribbling. A little 22-on-22 action here. Players matching. Olsen right here guarding. Kicks it inside. That one, Michigan comes away with it. Dudley, fast-paced offense now. Let's see, Olsen gets fouled. She will head to the line.
And again, those two key things coming in play again. Rebounding and getting takeaways and turning into easy offense. There, Olsen attacking the break on the pressure, draws the foul. She's shooting 76.5% from the line here. She'll try to convert both of these into points to make it 4-0 for Michigan.
Absolutely. Crowd goes quiet. Olsen able to bounce in the first one. Olsen goes 2-2 at the line. And Binghamton moved the ball up court. Holding it right now is Megan Casey. Kicks it inside. Red handling it. Binghamton passes on the triple. Gets it back outside. Red dribbling. Hesitates. Able to get it off. Nice defense early by Dudley. Pestering the defenders. And this ball will go out of bounds. And Michigan forces yet another turnover here early on. And Olivia Olsen will be the inbounder.
Binghamton making a change in the starting lineup from last time, putting Dacia Salgado, the freshman, in at forward, number 55.
See how she plays swords wide open from the corner in and out. And Olsen able to get the rebound on the miss. Kicks it out the swords. Michigan will reset. Here's Holloway steps into a triple. Too strong. Dudley once again fighting for the rebound. Olsen comes away with it. She ends up on the deck. Swords from the corner slashes inside. Finds Dudley with a lay. And Michigan leads 6-0 early on. Quickly Binghamton now working. Kicks it outside Red. Trying to drive Sulfacanic. Lay no good. Rebound Michigan. Holloway takes it up court. Finds Dudley in transition. And Dudley misses a shot but picks up the foul.
And how about Michigan attacking early? Silas Swords, Binghamton gives her baseline. She goes, finds Dudley just waiting there right outside the charge circle for an easy layup. Then Dudley again running, acting as a rim runner in transition, gets the pass and now goes to the line for two. Kendall Dudley making a big impact to start this game for the Wolverines as they lead 6-0 now.
Dudley at the line as Binghamton once again switches their rotations. Dudley misses the first. Dudley goes 0-2 at the line. And Binghamton has the ball. Bell Pucci taking it up court. Guarded by Olsen. She's team high score in the last game. This one, no good. This ball got out of bounds, and Michigan will have it yet again.
Yeah, that's a shot that Pucci wants. She's their highest scorer. She can shoot the three really, really well. And against this Michigan defense, if she can get a step-back look like that, she will take it every time.
Absolutely. Dudley involved early. Olsen will step to this three and sinks it. Olivia Olsen from downtown, and timeout Binghamton after a quick 9-0 run to start this game for the hometown Wolverines.
Yeah, and the Wolverines, they look calm, they look composed, and they're working the ball around. There's no any sense of selfishness with this team. They're coming off of a dominant performance against Notre Dame, and sometimes when that happens, you can relax a little bit, and teams will not go as hard as they usually do because they feel like they have a cushion. Here, I really like the way that the Wolverines have shared the ball, looked for the open look, and right now it's paid off. They're up 9-0 with 7:26 remaining in the first quarter.
Absolutely, and if our fans are unfamiliar with the Binghamton Bearcats, an unfamiliar opponent for the Wolverines. This is their first time playing this team since 2015. That was a Michigan victory, 92-60. Binghamton Bearcats of the America East Conference under their new coach now. They had for 15-17 2 seasons, or 14-17 rather, 2 seasons ago. Now they improved their record 15-15 for this year, and now it seems like they are trying to hopefully have their best season yet under second-year head coach Mary Grimes. This is only their 4th game ever against a Big Ten opponent. They played Michigan now twice, and they played Minnesota twice. So certainly some unfamiliarity. We'll see if Binghamton can adjust and improve as this game goes on.
Yeah, Binghamton came in 6th in the American East last year, going 7-9 in conference, and 15-15 last year. They won their first 2 games, but lost a very close one against St. Bonaventure, 68-65 last Tuesday. That one had got to hurt, so they're looking for redemption here. And this is their first, I believe, one of their first ranked games, or a team that was ranked this high that they played since Marquette in 2018. So this is a big game for the Bearcats to show what they can do and to rebound.
Absolutely, and they've not played, as Shai alluded to, they have not played an opponent like this since Notre Dame and Marquette both in December of 2018. Let's see how they adjust here. They're going to get the ball. The inbounder will be Kendall Bennett, the forward out of Philadelphia.
And this is Binghamton's head coach's Mary Grimes' 2nd year. Came over from Lemoyne College last year, where she went 56-30 in her career.
Absolutely. Bellapucci has it now. Kick it out. Uniah Boyd trying to make something happen. And the lay rolls in, and Binghamton gets on the board. Holloway now going to press Boyd on her. Kick it out, Olsen. Kind of throws it up to Ashley. And Ashley self-connect gets it. 11-2 lead for Michigan. And now, Kai Good will set the offense of Binghamton. Kicks it out, working is Megan Casey. Near the logo. Pucci passes on a 3. Kicks back out the Boyd, back to Pucci. Swords on her. Swords wearing the face mask tonight, as she did in their last game. And here's a shot, kind of wobbler, and it falls incomplete. And now here's Holloway, letting her, and Holloway passes it outside of bounds, trying to go for Olsen, unable to complete it, as Dudley will check out of the game, bringing in number 5, Brooke Quarles-Daniels, who got the first start of the season in that dominant victory in Detroit over Notre Dame.
Nice defense there from Olsen to not fall for that pump fake that Janiah Boyd tried to get that shot over her earlier.
Absolutely, and Quarles-Daniels on. Good early on. Shot too strong there from Binghamton. And Holloway will take it back up court. Closest inside. Ashley Sulfa-Connect. Again, back-to-back buckets for her. The inside, able to get the lay in. And Michigan leads 13-2 with 6 minutes left in this opening period. We're here, Binghamton now moving the ball. Carissa Good dancing with it. Kicks it out to her teammate, Bennett. Back out. Here's a 3-point attempt from Kaylin McMillan. And McMillan is able to splash it from downtown. 13-5 game now as Holloway in this offense look to respond. Holloway, tough 2-pointer. 15-5 lead now for the Michigan Wolverines. She put her defender, Kendall Bennett, on the floor. And now, here's Clarissa Good going up court, dancing with Quarles-Daniels. Quarles-Daniels playing tough defense. Forces a pass back outside. Now going inside, backdoor entry is good. Kendall Bennett, 15-7, and now we see Binghamton starting to settle into this one. Holloway takes it up court. Kicks out Olsen inside. Ashley Sulfa-Connect. 3 straight, or almost 3 straight possessions. Sulfa-Connect inside, layup. Binghamton should respond to that probably.
It's just too easy for the Wolverines right now. Just dumping it off to Sulfa-Connect inside, and there's just no one matching her size and physicality on the post.
An offensive foul called on Clarissa Good as the defender went to the floor. Sulfa-Connect will check herself out, and now Olivia Olsen is the inbounder. And entering the game in her place is Alyssa Crockett, the forward senior. And now, moving the ball, Olsen has it. Able to find a wide open look. Quarles-Daniels kicks it out to the corner. Swords slashes inside. And able to put the lay in. 19-7 advantage for the Michigan Wolverines. Let me see Binghamton trying to get outside is Kai Good. And the ball is yet another turnover potentially for Michigan. Looks like we might jump for this.
Let's talk about that play from Silas Swords real quick. Really good job selling the fake, ripping through, and the Binghamton defenders right there, prepared to take a charge. Swords isn't phased, minimizes her contact, and just gets that little runner shot. Right, kisses off the glass for 2 points.
Silas Swords, of course, excellent sophomore out of Canada. Did struggle early on this season. Didn't hit a three-pointer until the last game against Notre Dame. Hit 3 early on, but certainly she's starting to get back into her groove. A preseason All-Big Ten selection for her. And now Binghamton able to find Pucci inside. Nice ball movement, and it's a 19-9 game. We're starting to see Binghamton find their offensive game. Let's see how Michigan responds as this game progresses. Entering the game now is Del Fussy for Michigan. But it's Corals Daniels able to delay, make it a 21-9 game. And Good has it, trying to dance to Corals Daniels. Tough lockdown defense, forces inside. Now a good shot attempt, no good. Olivia Olsen pushing the pace, and they are going to call her for, let's see. And it's going to be a substitution now. More players come in. Holloway will check out. And Olsen will head to the line for the second time tonight, with a 21-9 advantage with 3:52 left in this first quarter.
I want to talk about Brooke Corals-Daniels quickly. She's a 5'7" guard, a senior. She's not a scorer, but she makes a big impact on this team, and we could feel that during Notre Dame. Only 2 points, but 3 steals and grabbing 10 rebounds. From a 5'7" guard, that's in a senior, a leader on your team, that's the type of play that you want. And that's the type of play that will get her up minutes on the court and will get the Wolverines wins.
This is a part of the excellent defensive effort against Hannah Hidalgo, who earlier in the week had 16 steals in a Notre Dame victory. They held her, one of the best players in the country, the 4-21 shooting and 0 of 8 from 3. And certainly we see that Michigan defense looking dominant early on here tonight with a 23-9 advantage with 3:48 left as Olsen hit both her free throws. And Michigan getting a turnover at half court, and now they will get possession of the ball.
And that was Corals-Daniels again, disrupting the pass, getting a hand on it, and now they benefit from the jump ball.
Absolutely. And it's Corals-Daniels here with the inbound pass. Gets it in the hands of Mackenzie Mathurin, the freshman. They're very high on here in Ann Arbor. She'll pass it to Olsen. Olsen goes inside. Tough lay, doesn't fall. Rebound, Mathurin doesn't get the lay. And right here, the defensive tenacity of Michigan is going to force get another foul. Corals-Daniels, inbounder once again. Finds Mathurin wide open. Take it inside. Finds Fossey. Missed a shot. And this ball now out of bounds on Michigan.
It's an excellent find by Mathurin and Del Foss in the low block. Just not able to convert it inside. I don't know if she thought a defender was coming up there to make the block, but that's a shot and a layup you should make.
Absolutely. Now Binghamton gets another opportunity to cut into this lead. There's Bennett. Finds a wide open look. Middleton doesn't hit it. Out of bounds on Binghamton, and Olivia Olsen will inbound this pass for the Wolverines, up 23-9 with 3 minutes left in this opening period. Del Foss gets it. She'll pass to Mathurin. Passes behind Corals-Daniels. That nice defensive play right there by Binghamton. That was Kendall Bennett forcing that pass out of bounds, which surely would have been a score attempt for Mathurin if she would have been able to secure that pass. And Silas Swords will check back in. Olivia Olsen will head to the bench. Silas Swords yet another game rocking that face mask. And Del Foss gets the tip and scores. Make it 25-9, Michigan.
Well, Del Foss must have heard me because she jumped in the air for was seemingly kind of not quite an alley-oop, but pretty close to it. Catches the ball out of the air, draws the contact, and swishes it home from the middle of the paint. Excellent athletic play.
That's about as good as it gets and she will go to the line for the N1 opportunity. She hits it. It's 26-9, 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Michigan leading. Quarles Daniels, full court press. They're able to pass it off. Michigan double teaming whoever has the ball seemingly early in this first quarter. That does leave a wide open Pucci in the corner, who sinks to triple, and that's one of the downsides playing that sort of defense. There's Holloway going up court. Nice pass, finds Swords wide open in the quarter. And Silas Swords bounces but not in. Rebound by Alyssa Crockett. She makes this a 28-12 game with 2.5 left to go in this opening quarter. Middleton driving now for Binghamton. Just loses the ball. Holloway has it. Trying to find Quarles Daniels out in front. Gets the layup. 30-12 advantage with 2:15 left for this Michigan team. Binghamton pressing now. They're going to reset. Bennett passes to Pucci. Pucci trying to direct this offense as we enter under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Pucci trying to dance to Quarles Daniels. She's not letting her. And Daniels swats that ball out of bounds. Maintain possession for Binghamton.
And they're hoping to get Pucci going. She's averaging 14 points per game this season, along with 3 steals. And she's quite a good shooter, shooting around 51% from the field right now.
Absolutely, let's see if Binghamton can do here. She does not have the ball, rather an inside, a little too hot to handle for Uniah Boyd. She goes out of bounds, and Michigan will have the basketball. Randy said camera person's okay. And it will be Alyssa Crockett inbound pass here. Here's Holloway. Ball movement from Michigan. Holloway is able to find Alyssa Crockett. Gets the triple look, and she sinks it from the top of the key, and it's a 33-12 advantage for Michigan as being able to find her minute and a half, quarter number 1. This ball nearly stolen in midcourt. As you see Kim Barnes-Rico pleading her case with the official. What a great job she's done for this Michigan Wolverines, having them at a program best since 2022, number 6 ranking in the nation. Certainly, Michigan fans can only hope for what the season will become. But right now, they have Binghamton in front of them, and they're leading 33-12 with 1:18 left. And this ball will stop as a travel on Binghamton, and yet another possession for Michigan coming up soon.
And Kim Barnes-Rico now her 13th season as Michigan women's basketball head coach, and is the winningest coach, men's or women's, in Michigan's history in the basketball program.
That's impressive, especially when you look up here in Crisler and see all the Final Four banners. Kim Barnes-Rico is the winningest coach. And a lot of it is for players like Silas Swords getting the rebound, kicks it out. Quarles Daniels gets a jump shot, uncontested, and of course she sinks it. 35-12 as we enter the final minute of quarter number 1. Here's Good, dancing, getting half-court press. Here's a wide-open jumper from Uniah Boyd. Doesn't get it. Rebound into the hands of Binghamton, back out to Boyd. And Boyd, guarded by Quarles Daniels. Kicks it out Good. Back out, nearly turnover there. And it is a turnover. Mila Holloway steals it. She's been active on the defensive and offensive side of the ball. 2-point attempt layup is good, rattles in. 37-12, Michigan, 24 seconds to go. Shot clock off. Let's see if Binghamton will hold it for the final shot of this quarter. Does look like Michigan will allow her to. Is that defensive struggle? It's Holloway and Bennett on the ground. Final subs of this first quarter.
Mia Holloway had 2 steals against Notre Dame. There, she rips it from the bigger Daisha Salgado at 6'2", the 6'2" forward, and just takes it straight coast to coast the other way for 2. What a play for Holloway.
Absolutely. And now we see Binghamton's offense. Trying to work. Swords on Pucci. Pucci dancing at the top of the key. Picks it back out. Here's a floater. It's good. And that is Megan Casey, the senior, going to add 2 points to Binghamton's tally in quarter 1. 37-14, Michigan leads at home over the Binghamton Bearcats. what a dominant performance on both offensive and defensive sides of the ball early on to start this game, really pestering these Binghamton players at the half court, at the midcourt, really forcing them into some tough shots. And Michigan paying in, particularly Ashley Solfakanik inside, was able to get several points on some of these possessions. But so far, the leading scorer for the Wolverines is Olivia Olson with 7. Holloway has 4. Swords has 2. Solfakanik has 6. And we look at Binghamton, their leading scorer is Pucci with 5. All other players are sub 3 points.
And I think you mentioned Olivia Olson, leading scorer right now, not only in this game with 7, but also averaging 18 points, 18.7 points per game on this season. And she just has a great combination of size, strength, athleticism, and the ability to just handle the ball at her 6'1" frame, have a quick release in the jump shot, makes her extremely hard to defend for teams. And I think when you're looking at what Binghamton's trying to do right now, is they're just trying to beat Michigan at their own game, play faster than them. We've had very little, breaks in that opening quarter. Both teams moving it well. But it just feels like Michigan has more athleticism, better defensive tenacity, and so far, that's been the difference in this game.
Absolutely. It's not just Michigan's women's basketball team having success this season. Of course, the men's basketball team also undefeated. They're ranked 7th in the nation. So this is the first time in Michigan school history that both women's and men's teams are ranked in the top 10 nationwide. And you expand the football and hockey as well. Michigan ranked in the top 20 of those respective sports. So Michigan certainly is an everything school, and that's very apparent this year. Michigan becoming, in the offseason, the first school ever to have a first-round pick in all 4 major leagues and also MLS. So certainly it's a great time to be a Michigan Wolverine.
That's right, and certainly the fans at Crisler hope that continues, both for this Wolverines women's basketball team, but also for all the Michigan sports that are excelling right now as well.
Absolutely, and about to start quarter number 2 at Crisler Center. Olson, Holloway, Solfakanik, Swords, and Mathrin will round out the 5 on the field. But it's Casey with the ball now. She scored it in quarter 1. Let's see what she could do here. Holloway on her. Passes off United. Good. Too strong on the 2-point tip. Olivia Olson grabs that rebound, and she ends up on the ground. A conflict there with Ashley Red. And will inbounds this pass. Crowd a little upset. They wanted a penalty. Won't get it. And Ashley Red will check herself out of the game. Olson inbounds this to Mila Holloway. Holloway, the ball handler for this elite Michigan offense. And they're going to get the travel on Mathrin, I believe. Freshman mistake right there. And it's still a 37-14 game with 9.5 left to go in this quarter. But Mathrin makes up for it. Intercepts that pass like a corner coming out of nowhere. Holloway back out to Mathrin. Mathrin takes this inside. Nice move. Too strong in the lay attempt. Solfakanik unable to come away with it. And now it'll be another jump ball situation here for Michigan. With 9:21 to go. 37-14 still.
That was a really nice move by Mackenzie Mathrin to bring it inside and just couldn't quite finish on the layup attempt. But those are the looks that you wanted for the Wolverines.
Given inside Swords, finishes the lay right there, 39-14. Inside with Swords now improves to 2 of 4 from the field on the night. Isabella Pucci in the Binghamton offense trying to make some noise. Mathrin dancing with her. Switches off. There's Casey showing some ball handling ability. Moves inside there by Middleton. And basket as the fall. Swords going up court. Mathrin will step into this triple. And she sinks it. And Mathrin showing the talent. One of the freshmen getting serious playing time on the team. We can see why it plays like that.
She's another player that can carve out a nice bench role on this team.
Absolutely. And of course, as the time progresses here in Ann Arbor, that playing time will only grow. Bella Pucci's playing time It's going well so far for Binghamton. She gets 2, make it a 42-16 game. 8.5 minutes to go. Here's Sulfacanic, another freshman, gets the 2 and 1. Potential to make this a 45-16 point game. It's 44-16 though for now, pitting the extra point. Or field goal, excuse me, free throw.
Well, that's an excellent pass down the court and great vision to recognize the streaking Sulfacanic by herself down the floor, gets it into her in the paint, and just beautiful and one opportunity.
Absolutely.
Binghamton,
Macy Brown checks in this game. Yes.
I was going to say, Binghamton brought in Megan Casey, the senior guard now, averaging 8 points per game and over 3 steals, hoping that she can provide a spark here to try to get Binghamton back in this game with 8:24 left in the second quarter.
Of course, Casey scored at the end of the first quarter, hasn't done much, or this Binghamton offense in general, since then. Part of that is credit to this Michigan defense. But Casey will inbounds it here to Good. Once again, Michigan with full court defense. Casey back to Good. Good throws it. Fortunate. And that pass is too hot to handle for Bennett. Otherwise, it surely would have been an easy 2 points for Binghamton. Michigan will take it though. Holloway up court. Olsen passes on the triple inside Dudley. Back to Olsen. 2 defenders on her. And the attempt is no good, but Olsen will go to the foul line.
It's a nice job attacking from Olsen and the Wolverines, getting good looks inside, not settling for outside looks. And to be honest with you, I like what Binghamton has done offensively as well.
So Olsen once again at the line. Perfect tonight. It's her first miss.
But Binghamton has gotten some decent looks to start this quarter, just not able to convert them. We saw Good get a look, saw Casey get a look, just missing.
Absolutely. Olsen doesn't miss that free throw, 1 or 2 at the line. And Casey now will inbounds this pass. 45-16, 8 minutes to go in this first half. Casey kicks it out. Bennett. And that's going to be a foul as Macy Brown ends up on the deck. And Michigan will get the ball here up 45-16. Olivia Olsen once again the inbounder.
That's a nice play from Macy Brown to anticipate that what Binghamton wants to do is to attack the basket and get easy looks. Cuts off the lane. Great charge.
Attacking right now, but missing the shot is Holloway. But second effort, Kendall Dudley on the miss. Able to delay 47-16 with 7:44 to go here at Crisler. Here's Casey. Passing inside. It's Kendall Bennett. Back to Casey. Casey trying to get a spark for Binghamton. Finds Good. And this ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Binghamton. And once again, yet another turnover for Binghamton. Substitutions. Silas Sword enters the game. Mila Holloway exits. And Olsen still the inbounder. Binghamton with a lot of substitutions early on. Let's see if this lineup could lead to some offense for their team. And Matherin has it in play. Finds Dudley. Back to Matherin. Kicks it out. Macy Brown from the corner. Macy Brown gets scoring 50-16 in the second quarter. 7:10 to go in this first half.
It's a nice shot from the junior guard. Had a really good step back against Notre Dame that was similar. Just such a quick release from the outside.
Absolutely, Macy Brown, another key bench player for this team. Olivia Olsen is a starter, but she makes the defensive play there. And out of bounds, last touch by Binghamton, and Olsen, who made the play, the force set, will get the inbounds pass, or we will inbound the pass rather here. 50-16 lead, 7 minutes to go for Michigan. A dominant performance so far at home. Olsen's pass nearly stolen. Sword is able to corral it, and they're going to call a travel. Another one on Matherin. I believe that's her second of the night. And Good will have it, or Middleton rather will have it for Binghamton. Good will now take in, moving up court. Try to find the backdoor opportunity to Pucci. It's too strong, and Michigan will take the ball once again.
It's the right idea there from Kaya Good and Bella Pucci. Good backdoor cut, recognizing your defender's overplaying, but just the tight window and the bounce pass a little too long, outstretched out of the outstretched arms of Pucci.
Absolutely, the Foss back in the game. Gives it the Swords. Another look for Macy Brown, and Macy Brown, 2 of 2 tonight from downtown for number 2. And she has 6 early in this second quarter.
2 for 4 from 3 coming into the night. Made another 2 tonight.
Here's Silas Swords, pass stolen from her. That's good. Heading up court. Back to Millicent. Pucci trying to set this Binghamton offense. 53-16. About to enter under 6 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Pucci from the corner. That's good. Bella Pucci, a lone bright spot for this Binghamton Bearcats offense. She hits another triple tonight. And now Michigan looking to respond. Swords almost lost the dribble. Pulls Daniels back out. Why not? Macy Brown heat check this time in and out. But Dudley in and out as well. Foss gets the 2. It's a 55-19 game. Third effort there for the Michigan Wolverines, not giving up on that possession.
Binghamton just not boxing out, and the Wolverines taking full advantage with these second chance looks.
Coles Daniels now guarding the inbounder. And we'll call that. Binghamton will substitute once again. 5:28 to go. 55-19 advantage for the number 6 ranked Wolverines. And now looking to inbounds it for Binghamton is Carletta Bennett, who's handled the ball a lot tonight. She finds Megan Casey. A little 5-on-5 action right here. Coles Daniels on her. Binghamton trying to get a rhythm here offensively. Have missed much of it. They do have an opportunity here as Bennett was too strong on the lay, and Dudley comes away with it. Dudley showing those handles in the back half of the court. Rose Daniels trying to set. Rose Daniels being guarded by Casey. Gives it the Swords. Swords passes on the opportunity. She'll step it to the 3. That's going to be a penalty offensive foul on Michigan.
And that screen game, it's a nice idea. A good screen there, just got caught for moving. We saw that a lot against Notre Dame, with Silas Swords being able to create separation and hit multiple triples. Haven't seen it from either team tonight, which is a little surprising, particularly because it seems like Binghamton can use separation for their playmakers, with Michigan playing so up close to them, not giving them any breathing room. We did see that one play from Carletta Bennett to get to the rack, just not able to convert it on her left hand.
Absolutely. We're in immediate timeout now. 55-19, under 5 minutes to go in this first half. And 55-19 advantage, you would think this would be a comfortable lead so far for Michigan, but Shai, as we look at the upcoming schedule, UConn on Friday night at their place, certainly be a tough environment to play in. What does Michigan need to improve, even though they've had a dominant start to the season, in order to have a chance against the defending national champion Huskies?
I think one of the things is just to play within yourself. Obviously, you want to get out and run. You want to go in transition. You want to turn defense into easy buckets. But sometimes it's also cost this Michigan team turnovers. They've gotten a little overzealous. And that can cause easy buckets for other teams. Binghamton may not really have the talent to break open this Michigan press, or, potentially schematically to use screens to get around these really close Michigan ball handlers, on-ball defenders. But I guarantee you a team like UConn, that's number 1 in the country, will do those things. They will be coached on those schematic issues. And so I think what you want to do is just not turn the ball over, slow down just a tad, and try to get good opportunities, which they have done.
Absolutely. Certainly, UConn is coached well. Gino Auriemma, 12-time national champion head coach. He certainly will have a game plan to exploit some of those weaknesses. So let's see if Michigan clean up some of that before their big road test. Looking past UConn, they have Syracuse in at Detroit Mercy. Then we look into the conference schedule starting with Purdue game on December 7th. They have in-state rivalry with Oakland. And then their conference rivalry or the conference games really start towards the end of December, and it's all Big Ten play up until the tournament, which will begin in early March. Of course, this Michigan team was very young last year, made a nice run in the Big Ten tournament, as you mentioned, made a run to the round of 32 before losing to Notre Dame. Let's see if they can surpass an Elite Eight appearance, which they had in 2022, and if they can maybe make a Final Four, perhaps even a national championship this year. The sky's the limit if they continue to play like they are tonight. But right now, Binghamton is the opponent, and Silas Swords able to get her hand in there, steal it under the possession. Swords lays it in, 57-19, under 4.5 to go in this half. See Binghamton now down 57-19. Pucci has it, center court. Swords on her, passes it off to Casey. Matherin on her, back out to Bennett. Brown on her. LaFosse on the charging. Shot is good right there. Ashley Red, impressive. Almost hooked with the right hand, able to bounce it off the backboard. Here's Matherin now, handling the ball. Matherin trying to find an outlet. Casey, the more experienced player on her. Fakes to Crockett, now gives to Crockett. Finds Swords inside. Swords almost lost it out of bounds. Swords puts it up and in. 59-21 point advantage with 3.5 to go in this first half. Binghamton trying to get in the flow. Find Casey. Casey trying to spin past Matherin, stays on her. Here's Bennett. This pass stolen, gives it right to Matherin. Matherin headed up court. Nice pass to Swords, who's looking for a third straight possession with a bucket. Silas Swords makes this a 61-21, a 40-point advantage for Michigan. And we get a stoppage here. Time out. Binghamton is Michigan 61-21, their largest lead of the night, with 3 minutes to go left in this first half in Crisler.
And you asked me, Cleo, what is going to help this team be a team like UConn? And something that maybe I was remiss not to mention is the play of these three outstanding sophomore guards. Olivia Olson, Mila Holloway, and Silas Swords. We see Swords now, usually a perimeter threat, but now cutting into the basket, has now 10 points, 5 of 7 from the field. And I think that's really where games are going to be won and lost against ranked opponents. Can these guards rise up to the challenge? Can they play make for their teammates? Get, Taylor DeFoss, get Ashley Sofatanik involved, who are players that are going to play more off ball. And then can they also do it on the other end of the court defensively? This team gets multiple steals a game, 15.3 right now through first 3 games.
Michigan off to a great start, stealing the basketball. And right on cue, almost get a steal there. Goes out of bounds. And Binghamton will maintain it here. The inbounds will be from Clarissa Good. Good throws it in. Casey corrals it. Kicks out. Middleton contested 3. Good gets, Good gets back underneath it. United Boyd will put up a shot. Rattles in and out, almost good. And this will be another jump ball. Michigan contesting that. 61-21 still. 2:37 left to go in this first half. Jumping forward for Michigan will be, they changed call. It's not a jump ball. Instead, it'll be an inbounds here for Binghamton. And United Good able to slash, misses the shot. And going up court here is Macy Brown. She'll lob this. Solfakanik turns it over. Going up court now for Binghamton is United Good. Able to find a shot. United Boyd. Passes to Clarissa Good, and Good missed it. 2:17 to go in this first half. DeFoss will inbound it for the Wolverines.
Binghamton had a couple good looks there. Janiah Boyd knifing inside, but just missing that layup badly off the glass. They're getting the opportunities, just not converting them.
Absolutely. Michigan now with turnover here. Michigan now in the last 2 possessions A little bit sloppy on the offensive side of the ball. See if they can clean that up. Still 61-21 score. Certainly comfortable score right now, but certainly things they need to improve going into their matchup with UConn on Friday night. As Casey now takes this up court. Finds good, back to Casey. And right there, DeFoss blocks that shot. Casey gets a rebound, however. It's the right back. Casey and Good working now. They involve Bennett, and this ball goes out of bounds with 1:48 to go in half, number one.
DeFoss is another great defensive disruptor. There, Binghamton tries to step back on her. She's not having it and just blocks it right up with the left hand.
Absolutely. Binghamton maintains possession. Good, trying to find the end around. Sulfacanic takes it, and Michigan has the ball. Olsen heading up court. Olsen kicks back out. Holloway finds inside Sulfacanic, too strong in the lay attempt. Michigan on a little scoring drought now. Still 61-21, 1.5 to go. And Middleton has it. Red for Binghamton. And this will be offensive foul on Red, and Michigan will have it. 61-21 with 1:18 to go in quarter number two.
It's funny because it feels like Michigan hasn't scored in a while, yet they're on pace for over 120 points in this game with a 40-point margin right now as they look to close out the remaining 115 in this first half strong.
Absolutely dominant start so far in the season by the Wolverines, as I stated at the top of the broadcast. Smallest margin of defeat is 29. This one right now is 43, as the corner three is shot by Olivia Olsen, 64-21, with a minute left to go.
Olsen's got 11 now in the game.
Absolutely. Olivia Olsen, hot start. Kicks it out, good triple. That ball out of bounds, and we all know what 64 plus 3 equals, and I see a lot of kids in the audience to see what the reaction would be if that score is reached here in the first half. 48 seconds to go. As Holloway takes it up court now. Holloway, hold on to it. The corner to Brown, back to Holloway. Puts it inside. Sulfacanic is good, 66-21, and one more free throw attempt for Sulfacanic, and we all know what 66 plus 1 equals. Let's see, we'll get a reaction out of the crowd here.
I'm not sure about that, Cleo. We'll have to see if Sulfacanic can knock this down, but just that's one of the many offensive recipes for success. Recognize the matchup with Sulfacanic, who's so good, has a great feel on that low block. There, just gets grabbed and just able to get it up there and lay it up and in with one hand.
So Sulfacanic misses the free attempt. The crowd disappointed. They wanted 67. Let's see if they'll get it here before the end of the half. As Good has it. Binghamton can hold it. Final possession of the first half. 66-21, 17 seconds to go. Being guarded by Holloway. Good 3-on-3 action right there. Kicks it out. Casey. Olsen tried to block it. Air ball. And Michigan have a chance. Olsen would be good if it goes. It does not. And it's a 66-21 advantage. Michigan with a dominant showing in the first half. Looking at the stats, Olivia Olsen leads all scorers with 11. Belpucci second for Binghamton. Look at Michigan. DeFoss had 5. Holloway had 4. Brown had 6. And Sulfacanic had 10 points as well. Silas Swords also contributing for scoring as well. And it's a 66-21 point advantage. And we'll take a halftime break. And Shai, if we look at just recapping the first half for any of our viewers who might be joining us for the second half, what did they need to know about how this first half went for the Wolverines?
Well, they were firing on all cylinders. Everyone was getting involved offensively, whether it was cutting players like Silas Swords, Tayala DeFoss, or just getting the ball inside the Sulfacanic. It was working offensively. The defense looked great. But I have to think, if you're Binghamton here, in terms of what they can do better, I really think they've gotten some decent looks. It's just been about these shots have been painfully off. You saw an airballed three by Kaya Good where no one was within 10 feet of her at top of the key. Layups that haven't hit the rim. It just seems like something about this Wolverine defense, or maybe the atmosphere in Crisler Center, is intimidating a smaller school like Binghamton when they're playing a ranked team, but they haven't played a team this highly ranked, as you said, in what, 7 years now? Is that right, Cleo?
Yes, absolutely. And Binghamton playing their 4th ever game against a Big Ten opponent, so certainly big stage for them. They're a decent team in the America East, so contend there. But as you look at Michigan, 66-21 point advantage. Dominant performance. The exhibition game against Ferrier State. Of course, Harvard, they beat them 84-55, and Notre Dame 93-54. And all eyes will be on the Wolverines as they travel to take on UConn this week on a Friday night. That will be a primetime game. And certainly, if you look at Michigan, they're ranked number 6 in the nation right now. If they were to get a win against the number 1 team, the number 1 ranked team in the country, they would reach levels that this women's basketball team has never reached before. They've never been higher than a 6th ranking, I believe. And certainly, as you look at the talk of this team potentially going on a run, not only the Big Ten tournament, the NCAA tournament, the highest they've ever reached for women's side is an Elite 8. They made that appearance in 2022 under Kim Barnes-Rico. This is certainly one of the most talented teams that she's ever faced. And Final Four talk, especially if you look at the college basketball landscape, a player like Juju Watkins is out for the season when UConn lost their star player in Paige Beckers last year. Certainly, if Michigan, if the sophomore trio is going to contend for years to come, now is a perfect opportunity for them to really make their stamp on the college basketball landscape.
And the exciting thing about this team is there's, not only these sophomore guards, but also other players that are making an impact too. Macy Brown, you have Sofa Kanik, of course, Alyssa Crockett, the senior. We talked a little bit about Quarles Daniels and her defensive impact. And also Kendall Dudley, who had a big impact in this first quarter, setting hard screens and being a great rim runner inside. So as this team continues to develop and gel and find their depth down the stretch, it certainly will be one of the better teams that Kim Barnes-Rico has coached in her 13 years. But they have to take it one game at a time, win or lose to UConn on Friday night.
Absolutely. Look at Michigan playing Binghamton here tonight. This halftime entertainment is well underway. Talk about Kim Barnes-Rico, the job that she's done for this Michigan program. As mentioned earlier, you look in Crisler, you see all the banners of the 64 Final Four team, 65, 76, 89, 2013, and of course, 2018. Kim Barnes-Rico is the winningest coach in basketball history, men's or women's, for Michigan. Certainly, she does not get enough respect on the national level. Let's see if finally Michigan can really contend for a national title, maybe a Final Four, national championship game appearance, so she'll really get the respect that she deserves as one of the truly greats we have coaching in the sport right now.
Certainly, I think that's right. And I think as we step away for halftime here, this game is reminiscent a lot of that first game against Canisius, where they won by 60. And while I think we might see some opportunity for players who don't play as much, maybe Sierra Byers will come into the game. We saw some Mackenzie Matherin, but we'll likely see more of the freshmen in the second half as well. And I just think that as that happens, it's potentially has the opportunity to be that type of a game that'll get broke open here in the second half.
Absolutely. And look at players like Mackenzie Matherin, very talented, made a lot of plays. They have 2 travels really in the first half, so certainly getting players like her and some of the other younger, less experienced players on the team live game reps will benefit them as we enter into the meat of the schedule, heading into the end of this year and growing early into 2026. Absolutely. Yeah, so that will do it for our first half coverage. Cleo Washington, joined by Shai Dweck, Eli Greenberg, and Josh Samuelsen will have you for the second half from Crisler as Michigan leads 66-21 in a dominant home showing so far.
Welcome back to the Crisler Center, everybody, for second half coverage of your number 6th ranked Michigan Wolverines and the Binghamton Bearcats. The Wolverines up big in the first half, 66-21. A new broadcast booth here for the second half. I'm Josh Samuelsen, joined alongside my partner Eli Greenberg. And Eli, watching that first half here, what did you see? What was your biggest takeaway?
Just pure and utter domination from the Wolverines. Look to see more of that in the second half. And so far, it's been a great game leading into their big matchup with UConn.
Yeah, you make a great point there. A trio of players in the double digits for the Wolverines. Olivia Olson with 11, Ashley Sofolkanik with 10, and Silas Swords with 10. What did you see from the Wolverines that pretty much dominated the Binghamton Bearcats in the first half?
Well, not only do they play together as a team, they're just physically outmatching Binghamton. They're much bigger, they're much stronger. They crash the boards with more tenacity, and they're hustling after loose balls. They're really outplaying and out-hustling Binghamton in every regard.
Yeah, you make a great point there. What do you think Binghamton should do? I know a 45-point lead is a mountain to climb, and they're probably not going to do that tonight. But what do you expect the Bearcats to do to adjust to this dominant Wolverine start?
I think they need to slow down the pace. They need to limit it to a lower scoring half and try to make the final score look more respectable. There's not a lot of silver linings in a game like this, but all you can do is keep playing hard and try to keep it close.
Yeah, you make a great point. I mean, Mary Grimes, their second-year coach, going out with a different rotation than usual, playing 5 different players on the court, kind of switching up that rotation every 2-3 minutes. You see a group of 5 on the court for 2 minutes and then a new one every time off the bench. So 10 players rotating in and out for the Bearcats. An interesting strategy against a Wolverine team that plays fast.
I don't know if I agree with that strategy. I guess the idea is maybe to keep the players fresh. But I think these players are D1 athletes. They're capable of playing more than 2 to 3 minutes at a time. And when you're only out there for a few minutes at a time with any given unit, they don't get to build a lot of chemistry. So we'll see if she changes her substitution approach in the second half.
Yeah, I agree. Bella Pucci, limited minutes for the Bearcats. She's their leading scorer with 10. If you're the Bearcats, I think you have her on the court all the time. She's been their best playmaker. As we begin this second half, the Wolverines with their starting lineup on the floor, Holloway, Olson, Swords, Sofolkanik, and Dudley. They will stick with their starting 5. 66-21 Wolverines to begin this third quarter. The Bearcats bring out their starting lineup they had, and we'll see what it brings. Kaya Good brings up the basketball for the Bearcats. Holloway guards. Pucci to Boyd. Olson presses up on Boyd. Top of the key. Boyd looking to set the offense up. Kendall Bennett hands it off. Back to Boyd on the right wing. Finds Pucci top of the key. She tries to get inside on Sofolkanik, and a blocking foul on Sofolkanik. The Bearcats will retain possession. Her first foul tonight. And the Bearcats will inbound the ball on the baseline. Kaya Good will do that. Good looks, finds Bennett inside. She posts up Sofolkanik, right hook, and she traveled. The Bearcats turn it over. The Wolverines with the basketball. 9:35 here to begin the third quarter. Holloway will bring up the basketball for the Wolverines. She drives, gets downhill, stops it, and resets the offense at the top of the key with 20 on the shot clock. Olson looks. Gets a screen from Sofolkanik. Good, switches on her. Back to Holloway, swings. Dudley in the corner, three-pointer, off the mark. Tipped around. Swords dives on the floor. She gets the possession, hands it off to Olson. Layup, and she's fouled. A blocking foul on the Bearcats, and she will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Another offensive rebound for the Wolverines. They just can't be stopped on the boards right now.
Yeah, a big advantage there. Really the biggest struggle for this Bearcat team as they try to climb back into this game.
That is their 13th offensive rebound of the game, compared to just 4 for Binghamton.
Big advantage there for the Wolverines as Olson knocks in the first. And she hits the second, the score going from 67 to 68. gets a little bit of a crowd reaction. 68-21 as Kaya Good diving on the floor. She almost lost it. The Wolverines with some pressure as Pucci has it now for the Bearcats. She slows it down, hands it to Middleton in the corner, and it's knocked away, and Wolverine basketball. Good trap from the Wolverines. That was Swords and Holloway. 68-21 Wolverines, 8:53 here in the third quarter. Holloway sets the offense, gives it to Dudley at the top of the key. Holloway, right wing three, bounces around and rattles home from downtown. Holloway from downtown, and the Wolverines go up by 50. And they'll bring some pressure here. Kendall Bennett in the front court. She gives it to Pucci. Pucci, spin move on Swords. She's stopped, shut off nicely. Good, gets inside, ball knocked away, and the Wolverines with it.
Another turnover.
As Holloway, nice behind the back move, gets oohs and ahs from the crowd. Swords, Paul deflected by Binghamton. They will end up with the ball. Nope, Olsen has it now. Kicks to Holloway. Holloway finds the open Swords. Bounce pass, Volcanic. The layup is good. Great passing from the Wolverines. 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. Dangerous pass there from Good. Good to Boyd in the corner. She'll drive. And the ball bounces off Volcanic's leg. And a new fivesome on the court for the Bearcats. They make some substitutions. Bennett inbounding. She finds Red down low. They reset the offense with Pucci. Swords guards her. She gets the screen from Salgado. Pucci gets inside, left-handed, knocked away, gets a mid-range shot up, doesn't go, and Dudley grabs the rebound. Holloway goes downhill, 3-on-2, and a nice defensive play. Pucci knocks it away. Good transition defense from the Bearcats.
Looks like another sub here for Binghamton.
Yeah, Janiyah Boyd, number 0, checks in for Dacia Salgado. Mila Holloway, the inbound passer, finds Olsen on the right wing. Olsen down low to Volcanic. Nice backdoor from Olsen as she puts in the left-handed layup. Good play design from the Wolverines as they go up 75-21. Carlita Bennett with it now. She goes downhill and it's knocked away. Swords with the ball. 3-on-2 Wolverines. Swords to Dudley. Euro step, but she traveled. Turnover. As the Bearcats will get the possession now, yet to score in this second half. Bennett hands it off to Megan Casey, the senior guard, as Mila Holloway pressed up on her. Ashley Red needs help on the right wing. Bella Pucci with it now. Swords pressed up on her. 6 on the shot clock. Pucci goes to work. Top of the key 3. It's blocked. Binghamton with it. They got to get it up, and they won't. Olsen with it. Nice save to Swords. She will lay it up and in.
Nice finish with the left hand.
And a timeout, Binghamton. The Wolverines with an 11-0 run to begin the third quarter. I mean, Eli, there's nothing this Binghamton Bearcat team can do when the Wolverines are that hot defensively and offensively.
Well, entering the second half up over 40, it looks like Michigan's actually upped their full court press here in the second half, and Binghamton is really just struggling to get past half court at this point.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's tough for them to penetrate down low. That's where the Bearcats do most of their scoring, not the most efficient three-point shooting team, and they really have no chance of getting into the interior on this Michigan defense.
Binghamton with 24 turnovers so far to just 8 for Michigan. Binghamton's only gotten up as a result 29 shots to 46 of Michigan.
Yeah, big advantage And the Wolverines shooting 80% from the field, 31 for 46. Or excuse me, 67%, 80% this half. Just great numbers so far, 53% from 3 on 13 attempts. More shots equals more points, and the Wolverines are on full display of that so far. 6:29 to go here in the third quarter. 77-21 Wolverines over the Binghamton Bearcats. The Wolverines ranked 6th in the AP poll on Monday and have a big matchup on Friday against the UConn Huskers. We'll see what happens in this conclusion of this game. However, they look like they're pulling away with it, Eli.
Yeah, I won't be shocked if the starters don't get in the rest of the game here. They came out strong. They've shut out their opponent for the first half of this quarter here. I think that's probably enough, and we'll see the bench emptied here.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Great contributions from this whole team. 10 players have gotten minutes for the Wolverines today, all of them in the scoring column. Like I said, 3 people with double digits in Olsen, Sofolkanik, and Swords. However, that bench unit has really played well defensively as well as making shots from the outside. As we will resume play here, it'll be Binghamton basketball out of bounds on the baseline. Megan Casey will inbound it. And the Wolverines with no full court pressure. Casey brings up the ball. She looks pressed up by Holloway. She finds Red on the right wing. And Red throws a wild pass and another turnover. They're 25th of this ball game, this suffocating Wolverines defense. Quarles Daniels checks in as well for the Wolverines. As Holloway, top of the key, looks for Olsen. Quarles Daniels finds Swords, corner 3, off the mark, and Boyd grabs the rebound as she pushes in transition. She finds Red, who drives into the basket, uses her body, and a blocking foul on Quarles Daniels. So Ashley Red will get a chance to go to the line and add to her point total. She's got 2 on the night. Second team foul of the quarter for the Wolverines. As Allie Van Timmeren checks in for Olivia Olsen.
Binghamton looking for their first points of the half here.
In the 5:58 mark. Red's first free throw is up and good. 3 points on the night, going along with 1 assist. The freshman guard from Porter Ranch, California, misses the second. Binghamton gets the offensive rebound. As Casey goes to work, finds Red in the corner. Red goes to work on Daniels, back out to Bennett. Bennett drives, gets inside, tough move and tough finish. The left-hander goes. And it's 77-24 now. As Mila Holloway gets downhill, float shot off the mark. Van Timmeren grabs the rebound, back out to Swords, who kicks. Holloway, Daniels, down low to Timmeren, who dropped the pass and was out of bounds as he tried to save it to Alyssa Crockett in the corner. The Bearcats will get possession, 77-24 with 5:21 left here in the third quarter. No full court pressure for the Wolverines. Pucci will man the offense. Give it to Bennett on the right wing. Wild pass as Red regains possession with 12 on the shot clock. Van Timmeren pressed up on her, kicks out. Bennett, pump fake, spin move inside, scoop layup off the glass, too strong as Van Timmeren grabs the rebound, and the Wolverines have numbers. Holloway, downhill, Crockett, Swords, 3, got it. Swords from downtown, she's got 15 points, and the Wolverines have reached the 80 mark here in the third quarter.
It looks like another mass substitution coming for the Bearcats here.
As Bennett, right wing 3, an air ball, and will go out of bounds. And a media timeout with 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. The Wolverines 80, the Bearcats 24. We'll see what the Wolverines do if they take out some of their starters. But still a fourth quarter to play, as they're doing some game shows here on the court. Eli, what are you seeing so far here in this third quarter?
Well, really just more of the same from the Wolverines. They're outplaying their opponent in every facet of the game. Doesn't seem like Binghamton's adjusted their approach at all. Maybe the last few possessions down, they started attacking the basket a little bit more, but that's largely just because Michigan stopped full court pressing. Yeah, really not much new going on, more of the same, just complete domination.
Yeah, you say that as the guy in the yellow hoodie beats the guy in the blue shirt of Hoops Hustle on the media timeout in the third quarter. That gets the fans going. More to cheer about as the Wolverines up big. And as we look into the stat sheet, Olivia Olson 15 points, 2 for 2 from 3. And the Wolverines are continuing to bury long-range shots. Silas Swords hit one there before the media timeout. And we'll see what the approach is for the Wolverines coming out of this timeout. Looking to build on some other people off the bench getting more minutes and developing. We'll see what they do with Kendall Dudley, Tayala Delfas. We know what Macy Brown can bring. She's hit 2 triples tonight. Seeing if they can build some more chemistry. And the substitutions, Valley Van Timmeren, Alyssa Crockett, Tayala, Mathurin, and Corals Daniels on the court for the Wolverines. So a different lineup. They take out their 3-star sophomores as Mathurin brings it up for the Wolverines. 80-24 here. Mathurin finds Corals Daniels, who looks Van Timmeren Crockett flashes the mid-range, too strong, and Pucci grabs the rebound. Binghamton with numbers finds Boyd, who loses it out of bounds. Another turnover for the Bearcats.
Just got to hold on to that there. That's a good look by Pucci.
Yeah, one of the best looks they had there all day. Had the numbers in transition, couldn't convert. As Mathurin gets doubled at the half-court line, they find Delfas, who has a mismatch on her. Mathurin, step back mid-range. Off the mark, off the back rim. Van Timmeren with the offensive rebound. She puts it back up and in for the Wolverines. Nice offensive rebound to points as Kaya Good handles it for the Bearcats. Good swings to Boyd on the right wing. Pucci mans the top of the key. Hands it off to Red. 8 on the shot clock. Flash by Van Timmeren, and it's a blocking foul on her. That's her first, team's 3rd foul here of the third quarter. And Megan Casey will now check in for Bella Pucci. Substitution for the Binghamton Bearcats. Kendall Bennett will pass it out of bounds. Kaya Good handles the basketball. Middleton right wing. Boyd inside, trapped nicely. Kick out, stolen by Crockett. Off her foot, she saves it well. Mathurin handles the ball now. Nice defensive possession there for Crockett. As a wild pass by Mathurin is knocked out of bounds by Middleton. The Wolverines will retain possession.
Van Timmeren looks a little gimpy out there with the big brace on her right leg. Surprising to see her in the game up 58.
Yeah, the knee injury for her. She's started to work back into this rotation and got some minutes as a nice steal by Boyd. However, she stepped out of bounds. The Wolverines keep possession with 3:06 to go. An 82-24 lead for the Wolverines. 17 on the shot clock here for Michigan. Mathurin will handle the ball for this bench unit as Casey guards are up close. Mathurin gives to Delphos. She's on the right wing. Gets the screen from Van Timmeren. She gets some space and ball's knocked off her foot. Excuse me, a reach-in foul on the Bearcats. The Bearcats' second team foul of the quarter. And the Wolverines have a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. As Corals Daniels throws it up to Tayala Delphos, who's fouled in the act of shooting. A little bit of an alley-oop there. Will give Delphos a chance for 2 free throws.
Now another 4-player substitution here for Binghamton.
Delphos, an 83% free throw shooter this season, has 5 points on the night and rattles home the first. Delphos, the sophomore from New Jersey. Her second free throw is up and good. She's got 7 points on the night, and the Wolverines go up by 60, 84-24 advantage. As Casey brings it up, gives it to Red on the right wing, left wing. Salgado to Bennett. She gets downhill on DeFoss, kicks out to Casey. Good defense from the Wolverines, but a foul on Crockett. And that's been the biggest thing, Eli, all game. The Binghamton Bearcats have not been able to get inside on this interior defense.
No, just swarming defense from the Wolverines. Active hands, getting in position, and they just are much bigger than this Binghamton team.
As Bennett passes it into Casey at the top of the key. Bennett's in the corner. She tries to drive on Delphos. Nothing to give. Gives out to Casey in the corner. She gets some space finally. However, a foul before the shot on Mathurin. Mathurin's second foul, and that'll be free throws for the Bearcats. Megan Casey goes to the line. Casey, a senior guard from White Plains, New York, as she misses the first. Casey, 2 points, 5 rebounds. Impressive 5 rebounds at a 5'9" frame, especially against a pretty tall Wolverines team. As she misses the second, Bearcats fail to come away with any points as Coral Daniels down the court to Crockett, and she's not able to reach up and get that basketball. Turnover on the Wolverines. (84-24), 2:18 to go. Mathurin guards Casey closely. Casey at the top of the key. Gives it to Red on the left wing. Red's looking, has not dribbled yet. Drives on Crockett, shut off nicely. Red looking, 9 on the shot clock. Gives it to Bennett, who drives on Delphos, getting somewhere, and she walked a travel. Great perimeter defense from Delphos as Macy Brown will check in for Brooke Corals Daniels. .157 to go here in this third quarter.
28th turnover of the game for Binghamton.
Huge advantage for the Wolverines there as Delphos handles the basketball. Running around the perimeter as she goes down low to Van Timmeren, who's open, layup, count it, and one. Great pass down low. Van Timmeren shields off her defender, and an easy finish plus the contact. Chance for a three-point play. As Kendall Bennett will check in for Salgado. Van Timmeren, 4 points and 3 rebounds now on the night. As she misses the back end of the and one, and it's off of Kendall Bennett. The Wolverines have a second chance. Bella Pucci will check in for for Megan Casey. As Macy Brown will be on the baseline, taking it out of bounds. Brown finds Crockett, catch and shoot, off the mark. And Salgado will push.
Losing the handle there.
Losing the handle from this stifling Wolverines defense. Nice cut by Red to the basket and scores. One of the few times the Bearcats have gotten to the basket with ease. And they get it up to 86-26 as Brown's trapped in the corner, finds Mathurin, and a bad pass off Mathurin's hands, and a turnover. Bearcats ball with 1:11 left here in the third quarter. Delphos picking up Bennett full court. Bennett with the basketball, loses Delphos, kicks out to Kendall Bennett. Bucci swings to Clarita Good. Back to Red at the top of the key. She drives on Crockett. Tough layup, too strong. Van Timmeren with the rebound. And she slows, will find Macy Brown, nearly taken away. As Brown throws it up to Crockett. Crockett to Delphos and too high. And another Wolverine turnover.
That's the fourth pass of the quarter that they've just fired over the head of the intended target.
Yeah, a lot of high passes. 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. 86-26 Wolverines. It's Claretta Bennett with the basketball. Gives it off to Good. Good drives on Brown. Kicks out. Bennett. Jump shot is no good. Van Timmeren the rebound. And the quick outlet to Mathurin. Mathurin down the lane. Easy. Layup is good. No, Bearcats were back on defense. An easy transition layup for Mathurin, and the Wolverines go up by 62. 6 on the shot clock. The Bearcats holding for the last shot. Kick out, Red at the buzzer. Short. Ball tipped around as the clock expires in the third quarter. The Wolverines up 88-26 through 3 here at the Crisler Center. 10 more minutes of basketball to play. And the Wolverines have showed every bit why they deserve to be ranked number 6 in the country. As a t-shirt toss goes around to start this fourth quarter. Eli, what do you expect in here? 10 more minutes of basketball to play.
More of the same. You know, sometimes you really don't need a fourth quarter. It's one of those games. Yeah, not much more to say. It's been complete domination. Binghamton only scored 5 points in an entire quarter. Let's see if they can crack double digits. I guess, you know, they got to find something to hold on to, some kind of small moral victory to take away here. But it's really hard to see any silver linings at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen both Wolverine basketball teams, the men's and women's, get off to hot starts, both 3-0 to begin the season. And the Michigan women's team looking to be 4-0 in 10 minutes. Eli, what excites you about just the season to go for both of these programs, especially on the women's side?
Well, both these programs really seem to be building something. They have a lot of players that were promising last year or even just good last year, like Swords, and they seem to have taken even more strides this year. And you think about what Dusty May's building, and he's going to get more of his recruits in. Now they have some 5-stars. You know, last year it wasn't a super talented team on paper, but they made a great run in the tournament, and it was really a great coaching job. But now you have the great coach, and you're starting to see the beginning of a great team.
Yeah, you make a good point there. Kim Barnes, Rico, has done a great job in her 14th year at this program. Lost to Notre Dame last year in the round of 32, but definitely bigger expectations this year for this program. As the fourth quarter will commence here, Mathurin handles the basketball. She's pressed up by Good. 10 minutes more to play as Good is called for the reach-in foul. A little too handsy there to begin the fourth quarter. Brown, Crockett, Byers, Mathern, and Delphos in for the Wolverines as Pucci knocks it away. She hustles, grabs the rebound, and an easy score. Defense to offense for the Bearcats. It's 88-28 now.
Full court pressure here from Binghamton.
Interesting strategy as Mathern calls a timeout as she was about to get double teamed in the corner. That's the Wolverines' first timeout with 9:36 left here in the fourth quarter. And Eli here with 9:36 to go. What do you expect here with the Wolverines? A completely new lineup. A lot of players that don't usually get minutes. What do you expect here with 9:36 to go?
I think they're going to show sportsmanship. I don't think they're going to push the pace too much. They're going to wind down the clock before taking a shot, and they're not going to press much full court. I think they're really just going to bleed this one out.
Yeah, definitely. And we can see the Bearcats getting a little bit of a new look. Mary Grimes, the second-year coach, going with a little bit of a press to begin the fourth quarter, and it ends up with points. Bella Pucci with a nice steal on Macy Brown. And for an easy score, Bella Pucci playing the best here for the Binghamton Bearcats to begin the year. Their leading scorer averaging 16 a game. And she has 12 tonight on 5 of 9 shooting. She's been the only Bearcat to really have offensive success. Other than that, the Wolverines have shown that they can limit almost everybody. Saturday, they held Hannah Helgado to her not usual self. The Wolverines only gave up 54 points on Saturday. How does this defensive ability from the Wolverines they're showing early in the season lead to success down the road?
Well, they say defense wins championships, and it's definitely true to an extent. And as we've seen this game, defense leads to offense. They forced almost 30 turnovers, a lot of fast break, easy open layup opportunities as a result. And that's why they're going to put up over 100 this game, and they're going to hold their opponent under 40.
Yeah, that's a great point there, Eli. And into the lineup now, Sierra Byers, the freshman forward, who's had limited minutes to begin the year, but has shown potential as a great paint scorer and a high-level rebounder. So we'll see what she brings here with the last 9 minutes or so of basketball, as the Wolverines are bringing out their full bench unit.
Well, for Byers, it's about as low pressure and opportunity as you're going to get. Go out, have a good time, play relaxed, play in the flow of the game. There's really no pressure.
Yeah, well said, Eli. 88-28 Wolverines. 20 on the shot clock as Mathern inbounds. She's looking. She needs to get it in. She does, finally. Gives it to Crockett, who hands it right back to Mathern. Macy Brown, wide open, left wing three. Rattles in. Macy Brown's third three-pointer as the Wolverines go up 91-28. Wide open on that play. As the Bearcats look to get into this Michigan defense. Bella Pucci with the basketball. Mathern guards her close. She's at the block logo. Pucci tries to get space, gets inside. Float shot is up and good. Bella Pucci, 14 points now for the junior guard. As the Wolverines push. Mathern on the left wing, goes down low to Byers. Byers spins, gets inside, a left-handed layup's good. A nice move from Byers. Uses her body in a nice spin move to get to her left and finish. As Binghamton slows it down, Byers will guard Red on the left wing. Red goes to work with some crossovers, gets inside, right wing. Right-handed layup and misses, but she gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. And like you said, Eli, it looks like all of the starters are out for the Wolverines for this fourth quarter. And Brooke Quarles-Daniels will check in for Mackenzie Mathern with 8.5 to play in this fourth quarter. First free throw is no good for Ashley Red. Red's got 5 points on the night. 1 for 3 from the line already. Her second free throw is up and good. Substitutions for the Bearcats. It's Megan Casey checking in for Ashley Red. 93-31 Wolverines. 8.5 to go. There's a little bit of pressure from the Bearcats as Crockett handles and gives it to Macy Brown.
They really seem to have picked up the defensive intensity here.
They definitely have, as Corals Daniels with it now, 18 on the shot clock. Daniels holds the basketball on the Block M logo. Corals right wing goes down low to Byers again. Step through left-handed layup, no good, but a foul. Byers in already a minute of playing time has feasted. That's her second time getting the advantage down low and having a chance to score. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Byers misses the first. She's a 50% free throw shooter to begin the year. She sets her second free throw, no good, as Daniels fights for the rebound. But it's Bennett who grabs it, and a foul on the Wolverines. Alyssa Crockett picks it up. Her first. It's 8:04 to go. Megan Casey brings it up for the Bearcats. Gives it out to Middleton on the right wing. She has not been in for a little bit for this Bearcat roster, as Bennett has it now on the left wing. Good, fights for it, gets inside on Brown. And a reach-in foul on Macy Brown. Uses more of her body. It'll be the team's third foul as Ashley Red checks back in for Carlita Bennett. Like you said, Eli, the defensive intensity is definitely picked up for the Bearcats as Kaya Good finds Pucci in the corner. Crockett on her. Pucci, step back three, off the mark. As that ball's tipped around and Corals Daniels ends up with it in a loose ball foul on Kaya Good. The Wolverines will retain possession. As Jessica Fields checks in now for the Wolverines for Alyssa Crockett. And this full bench unit of the Wolverines going to get a lot of exposure, some playing time here that they would not usually get. As Macy Brown brings it up and gets by Megan Casey, shields her off with her body, gets down low, left-handed layup will go. Brown does a good job of shielding her body, getting by Casey, and finishing easy with a silky smooth left-handed layup. As Casey goes right back at Brown, hands off to Bennett, who's shut off nicely by Del Foss. Middleton slings it to Casey in the corner, who shoots the three and hits the three. Megan Casey, no hesitation from the corner and hits the three, 95-34 Wolverines. Corals Daniels goes right down low to Byers, who finishes it. Count it and one. Byers feasting in these 4 minutes so far.
Well, you're seeing all their strengths and weaknesses so far. Great work down low, great post footwork, limited lateral quickness defensively, and struggles at the free throw line. But very promising young player for the Wolverines.
Yeah, definitely 4 points so far, and only 2:57 of playing time. As she knocks down that free throw, completes the and one. She's got 5 points in 3 minutes, and it's 98-34 Wolverines. Bennett pushes the pace and kicks out to Salgado at the top of the key. She's looking for Pucci and gets it to her on the handoff. 16 on the shot clock. Salgado on the left wing. She finds Casey. Macy Brown pressed up on her. 9 on the shot clock. Casey finds Red in the corner. Red posts up Del Foss. A hook shot, no good. Blocked by Fields. Fields pushes. 2-on-1 Wolverines. Fields stops. Finds Daniels in the corner, who finds Byers, who swings. Brown, Del Foss, corner three. Bullseye. Del Foss from downtown in Michigan has hit the century mark. 101-34 over the Bearcats as Red's in the corner and gives it to Pucci on the left wing. Unbelievable performance from these Wolverines. As Casey lost a defender, Brown fell on the floor. However, the Wolverines took it away. Tayala Del Foss to Brown, who gets inside, layup, rolls in and out. And the Bearcats get the possession as Casey down the floor to Bennett. Bennett, one person to beat, layup, will go. Transition offense turns into transition offense for the Binghamton Bearcats. Good defense. As Binghamton calls their fourth and final timeout. It's 101-36, 5:41 to go. And Eli, 5 minutes to go. This Michigan bench unit flashing some brilliance here.
Yep, more of the same. Really seems they could have played their bench unit the whole game. Probably would see a very similar result.
Yeah, you definitely make a good point there. This Wolverines defense, this Wolverines team in general has so many strengths throughout the whole entire roster. They're not top heavy. They got so many great players in so many different spots. They're 10 deep, and right now we're seeing that they're 11 deep. A lot of different players contributing already. We saw Byers here with 5 quick points, showcasing her presence down low. As we are about to resume action, 5:41 to go here in the Crisler Center. A chilly November night as we're looking into Thanksgiving break. The Wolverines have a big game on their schedule Friday in the Hall of Fame showcase. They play UConn, #1 in the country, Friday, and then play Syracuse from the ACC on Sunday. A loaded pre-conference schedule for the Wolverines, and so far they're showing that they are built for the moment this season. The Wolverines will inbound here with 5:41 to go. Macy Brown will take it. Mackenzie Mathurin is back in. She's out there with Fields, Byers, and Del Foss. Macy Brown has trouble inbounding, finds Mathurin finally. Macy Brown will bring it up at the top of the key. She'll find Mathurin coming off a screen. Mathurin right wing. Gets a screen from Byers. Drives left. Tough layup, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. Will go to the line to shoot a pair. And Clarissa Good will foul out. That's her 5th personal. 0 points on 0 for 1 shooting. She played some tough defense, though, as well as contributed a rebound. Mathurin to the line. She will miss the first. Mathurin, the freshman from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, knocks in the second. 102-36 Wolverines. Kaya Good, sister of Clarissa Good, will bring it up and give it out to Megan Casey. Megan Casey tries to drive on Brown, no space. Finds Good for a floater, no good, but she's fouled in the act of shooting. She got pushed and will go to the line to shoot 2. Wolverines' 4th foul. 1 more, and the Bearcats will be in the bonus here with 5:10 left in the 4th quarter. Good, first shot up, and is good. She's got her first point of the night. Second free throw up and good. She's 2 for 2. And it's 102-38 now, Wolverines. Mathurin fakes pass and will bring it up. Some nice handles behind the back on Good. Mathurin kicks out to Brown on the left wing. She finds Byers. Byers to Mathurin. Mathurin finds Del Foss down low. Tough move, fadeaway, left-handed hook is good. Count it, plus the foul. And Del Foss will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play. Eli, that was a pretty good post move, to say so myself. (104-38) Wolverines, 4:50 to go. Del Foss, 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists off the bench, and she completes the and one. 105-38 with 4:40 to go. Good till Red on the right wing. Red finds Pucci at the top of the key.
And what's that Michigan lead up to now?
Almost 70. Yep, you heard that right. As Good is driving and is fouled by Del Foss in the act of shooting. Fouls piling up for both teams here in this fourth quarter. We're not even 6 minutes in, and there are 10 combined team fouls. Definitely a lack of discipline for both teams as this game is coming to an end. Kaya Good will knock down the first. 3 points now, 3 for 3 from the line. Her second free throw is up and good. The Bearcats get to 40. It's 105-40, 4.5 to play. Kaya Good with now 4 points for the Bearcats as Mathern handles the basketball on the left wing. Mathern drives, double team, shut off nicely as Macy Brown handles the ball on the left wing again. Brown down low to Byers. Now an offensive foul on the Wolverines. It's going the other way. An illegal screen, it looked like, on Fields. And the Binghamton Bearcats, with the ball. 4:10 to go. Good. On the right wing. Looks to try to get down low to Salgado. Doesn't. Megan Casey has it with 9 on the shot clock. Red with it now on the left wing. She has to go to work now. Drives on Fields. Floater is short, but another foul on the Wolverines. There was 3 on the shot clock and a bailout foul. Their 6th of the quarter, and really a complete difference of their defensive intensity and level we can see in the fourth quarter compared to what they were doing in the first 3. Just a complete lack of discipline as Ashley Red has a chance to go back to the line again and add to her point total. She has 6 on the night. And she misses the first, too strong off the back iron. 39 combined team fouls the whole entire game for both teams. And that has really racked up here in the fourth quarter. Ashley Red, the second free throw is up and good. 105-41 Wolverines. They're up by 66 as Mathern finds Del Foss. Del Foss to Brown, left wing 3, too strong, and the Binghamton Bearcats grab the long rebound. There's Good, she'll push. Drive on Del Foss.
Nice move.
Kick out to Casey, who pump fakes, gets down low, a floater off the back iron, tipped. And it looks like a loose ball foul on Byers. No, excuse me, a loose ball foul on Binghamton, and it'll be free throws going the other way for the Wolverines. 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter.
A lot of fouls here down the stretch. They don't want to get this one over with.
As Byers to the line, swishes home the first one. She's got 6 points, 2 for 3 from the line. As it looks like Ayanna Dunbar will check in now for the Wolverines. She'll check in for Del Foss. Byers knocked down those 2 free throws. It's 107-41 Wolverines, 3:25 to go.
Del Foss getting a nice hand from the crowd there.
Yeah, she played really well tonight, doing everything for that Wolverines team. As another foul on the Wolverines, their 6th of the quarter, and just inexcusable. And the Bearcats have been getting nothing down low. An inexcusable foul. Salgado will go to the line to shoot 2. Her first appearance there tonight. A little bit of an empty stat line. She has 4 personal fouls. However, has played pretty good defensively down low as she knocks down that first free throw. Salgado only 1 for 2 on the year from the free throw line. Now 3 for 4. She knocks down both. It's 107-43 Wolverines, and a little bit of pressure brought here by the Bearcats. Mathurin will go to work on good. 3:08 remaining here at the Crisler
Really
Center.
picking up the pressure here.
Yeah. As Mathurin, step back left wing 3, rattles home. Mathurin, a nice little step back, showcasing her shot-making ability. And it's 110-43 Wolverines as they continue to be on fire from 3. As Red takes a 3 off the back iron, tipped back to Casey. Casey gets inside, stops her dribble, kicks out to Good. Nice move on Mathurin and hits a mid-range jumper from the right wing. 110-54 Wolverines. Mathurin pushes the pressure, gets inside, and she's fouled going up for a layup. 2 shots for Mathurin with 2:27 to go. As Leah Middleton will foul out another Bearcat with 5 personal fouls, as they will make 2 substitutions. Leah Fowler will check in for the first time today for the Bearcats. Bella Pucci back in. As Mathurin will go to the line to shoot a pair. She's got 9 points on the night as she knocks in the first. 2 for 3 from downtown. Has really showcased that she's a reliable threat from beyond the arc as she knocks down her second. 112-54 Wolverines as Kaya Good brings it up. She looks to set the offense, finds Pucci on the right wing. Fields pressed up on her. Pucci looks to go to work, kick out Good. Good pushes on the baseline, out to Pucci. Left wing 3, rattles in and out. Salgado grabs the offensive rebound. She puts it up and fouled.
I think they called a jump ball there.
Yeah, jump ball instead of a foul. Excuse me there. Binghamton will retain possession. They have the possession arrow. 2:04 to go. That's Good. Corner 3, way off. Macy Brown grabs the rebound. However, she is fouled by Pucci. Looked like a frustration foul there.
What is with all the fouls here down the stretch?
Lots of fouls here in the 4th quarter. Not many for the first 3. Both teams in the bonus now with less than 2 to play. Macy Brown to the line. She knocks in the first. 11 points now, make that 12 points in 18 minutes. As she misses the second, Fields grabs the rebound. She puts it up and puts it in. Fields a force on the offensive glass. And makes a nice move and finish as the Wolverines go up by 70, 115-45. Red on the right, on the left wing, excuse me. Fields plays good defense, no separation at all. Macy Brown pressed up on Bella Pucci. 10 on the shot clock. Pucci goes to work, gets inside, tough layup is no good. They wanted a foul, and an offensive foul on Bella Pucci. Fields takes the charge, and the Wolverines will get the possession. A lot of excitement coming from the Wolverines bench as Byers and Fields hug after a great defensive possession there. As Macy Brown will handle the ball. 1.5 minutes to go in this ball game. The Wolverines utter domination, like Eli's been saying all broadcast. Mathurin on the left wing. Knocked away by Bella Pucci, good defense. Bearcats have numbers. Pucci inside, layup, no good. But another foul, this time a blocking foul on Mathurin. More free throws for the Bearcats.
Well, I guess if there's some free throw prop bets, people would be interested.
They definitely would be. as Pucci will go to the line to shoot a pair. She's the leading scorer for the Bearcats tonight. She's got 14 points to go along with 3 rebounds, 2 of 6 from downtown as she hits the first. 1:15:46 with 1:10 to go here in the Crisler Center. She knocks down the second. A 68-point lead for the Wolverines. Mathurin will bring it up. Macy Brown with it now. The Wolverines looking to pass it out as Mathurin down low. Tough layup won't go. Offensive rebound, back up and good. Plus the foul. Mathurin, another chance for a 3-point play. And the Wolverines being absolute pests on the offensive glass. Mathurin back to the line. She's got 13 points now to go along with 2 rebounds and 3 assists as she completes the and one. 118-47 Wolverines. Less than a minute to play as Kaya Good gives to Pucci on the right wing. So Gatto top of the key, back to Good. Good looks to post up Mathurin. No luck there. Kicks out to Pucci in the corner. 8 on the shot clock. Pucci to Red at the top of the key. Swings to Fowler. Fowler's got to get it off. Fowler, tough move. Blocked by Byers. Great defense from the Wolverines as Brown pushes up to Fields, who finishes the easy layup.
That's not good. Some poor sportsmanship from the Wolverines there. They could have just run out the clock.
16 seconds left. 120-47 Wolverines. Absolute domination here. What a performance from the number 6th ranked team in the country as the Bearcats will dribble it out. Bella Pucci at the buzzer, and she swishes home the 3. The Bearcats will get to 50. However, a complete performance from this Wolverines team. A 120-50 victory as the Wolverines move to 4-0 on the season. The Bearcats drop to 2-2. What a performance from the Wolverines as they build off that last Saturday victory over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and now have a big weekend coming up in the Hall of Fame showcase facing the number 1 team in the country in Connecticut. Eli, any final thoughts here?
Great game for the Wolverines and looking forward to their matchup with UConn.
Awesome game, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like always, we will finish with a good night and a go blue. Thank you for listening to WCBN Sports. This has been Josh Samuelsen and Eli Greenberg on the call. Thank you for Cleo Washington and Shai Dweck earlier in the first half.